Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I was not planning on making this video today, but I'm feeling very aligned and very just working from soul is just sometimes you never know. So we're making the video today. Hello, if you don't know me, if you've never seen my face, my name is Ebony Hardiman. I am a soul-led human design expert and coach, and on this channel we talk about human design. So this video is going to be about discipline and consistency. Because someone left a comment on one of my videos talking about, can you explain it? How do we get more of it? And I was like, okay. So that's what we're going to be talking about. I do want to say that my new program, Tap Into Soul, is now open for enrollment. And this is all about tapping into your purpose, tapping into your soul work, getting to this place of connection to your soul so you can actually do what you're on this planet to do and not do what you're not on this planet to do. I'm very excited. If you've been following me on TikTok, you've seen all the new content that I've been creating, and it's going to be such a powerful container, especially in terms of like manifesting things into your reality. It's just going to be amazing. So that's open. So you can click the link in my bio to check that out. Also, I do readings. I have other programs that are also available, so just click the link in my bio. Everything is there. Oh, in my bio, the link in the description. Okay, so discipline and consistency. I have found that when someone is asking me about being consistent or having discipline or doing the things, it's because they feel like there are things that they need to do that they either aren't doing, can't get themselves to do, or feel like they should be doing. And I've reached the point where I've realized that is bullshit. Discipline and consistency, honestly, for me at this point, are not a thing. I'm gonna explain this more, but they're not a thing. Okay, so let's take it from a human design perspective. I have the belief at this point in time that we have the energy for what we are here to do. We have the energy that we require for everything that we are here to do. So if there is something that you are not doing, if there is something that you feel like you have to force yourself to do or you need the discipline to do, 9 times out of 10, you probably aren't supposed to be doing that thing. And I will see this happen a lot with people specifically who have undefined heart centers, undefined root centers, and their top left variable is pointing to the right. So we're going to talk about those individually. Your variables are the arrows on top, and the top left arrow is your consistency, routines. How do you deal with having a routine, right? If your top left arrow is pointing to the left, that means you enjoy consistency. You enjoy having a set routine, doing the same things every day. If your arrow points to the right, it means you are more flow-based. Having a set routine every day probably doesn't work for you. But you'll get on YouTube and you'll see all these successful people and they're talking about how important it is to have a morning routine. So then you're like, okay, fuck, well, I gotta meditate, I gotta drink my lemon water, I gotta get up and exercise, I gotta do my visualizations, my affirmations, all before I look at my phone. And you might get through one day, you might get through 2 days, you might even get through a whole week, and then you're like, what the actual, you'll wake up and it's like, I don't wanna do this. I don't wanna do this. And you'll fall off and you'll think, I'm not disciplined, or I'm not consistent. No, you're forcing yourself into a box that you're not meant to be in. If your top left arrow points to the right, you are meant to allow yourself to flow. So for me, my routine for the last 4 days, because I've stepped into a completely different space than I was in a week ago, my new routine is that I'll wake up, I will do 15 minutes of affirmations, and then I go straight into creating. I'm journaling, I'm consuming content from my coach, I'm reading, I'm creating content and posting it, and I'll pretty much do that all day. At some point, hopefully I will eat, because if I'm in that space where I'm doing what I love to do, I'll forget to eat. I will forget to eat. So at some point, I'll hopefully take a break. But for someone whose arrow points to the right, you might do that one day, and then the next day you might wake up and think, I don't actually feel like doing my affirmations first today. What is it that I feel like doing right now? Is it affirmations? Nope. Okay, cool. So what is it? That's when you get to explore and discover, what does your soul need right now? Because it might not be what you needed first thing in the morning yesterday. You get to flow. You get to wake up day to day and explore and discover what you need in this moment. For me, it's pretty consistent. For you, it might not be. That does not make you undisciplined. It does not make you inconsistent. It does not mean you can't be successful. It means you need to learn to work with your energy and work with your soul and ask your soul what it needs. Because Jenny on YouTube has no idea what your soul needs. Yeah, maybe that's what her soul needs. Y'all got the same soul? Just my personal opinion. That's my personal opinion. Okay. Okay, so let's move on to, that's pretty much all I had to say about the variable. I'm feeling very sassy today, so I'm sorry if it comes off like I'm being rude. I don't mean to, but this is how I've been speaking to myself lately. I'm like, girl, really? Really? I'm just like, yeah, okay, you're right. Okay, so moving on to your heart center. This one gets difficult because our society loves to push the going out and going after what you want, right? Like, that's the whole thing. That's hustle culture, right? You want the money, you got to get the job. You want the extra money, you need to get the side hustle. You want the relationship, you have to go out and find the guy, you know? It's about going out and getting things. And if you have a defined heart center, it is energetically correct for you to go out and get the things. It is energetically correct for you to wake up and think, what do I want to go after today? And how exactly do I want to go after it? That is energetically correct for you. And you have that energy consistently. Every single day, you're like, yeah, I'm going to get this. I'm going to get this. I'm going to get this. If someone tells you that you can't do something, you're like, watch me, bitch. Watch me. Just because you said that, now I'm gonna fuck your whole life up. Because once I come back and I got it, now what? You're gonna look stupid. If you have a defined heart center, that, maybe not exactly the way I said it, but you consistently have that energy, that drive to go out and get the things you want. Especially if we're talking about like material things, influence, fame, money, the career, the job. Like, that's your bread and butter. Maybe not everyone's, but, you know. If you have an undefined heart center, I was about to yell. You do not have the energy, nor are you required to go out and get the things. You have nothing to prove. You don't need to go out and get a damn thing. We have the energy for what we are meant to do. If your heart center is undefined, you are not meant to act in that way. You are not meant to have that consistent motivation and willpower to go out and get the things, because you don't need to go out and get the things. That's not where your energy is meant to be directed. It's not. And that's not a limitation. It should feel liberating. I don't want to come on here and limit anyone. If you feel like you want to hustle and force and push, by all means, you can turn this video off right now. I would not be offended. But I really want to know, when you're going out there and hustling and forcing and doing the things to get the things, does that energize you? Does it make you feel good? Does it give you a sense of yes? Oh, hell yes. Or do you feel more like, I'm fucking tired. Why isn't this working? What am I doing wrong? Why can't I just do it? Why is it so hard for me to stick to this thing? If it feels like that, baby, it's not meant for you. It's not. I'm sorry. Not to say the thing that you want isn't meant for you. You're just not meant to get it in that way. You're not. You're meant to rest and allow it to come and direct your energy in the areas where you have it available. I talked about this in one of the other videos that I just filmed. What video was that? I think it was using your energy in an aligned way. If you haven't seen that video, watch that video, because it's pretty much the same thing that I'm saying. But yes, so undefined heart center people, stop forcing. Stop trying to go out and get the things and make the things happen. Stop. It's undefined for a reason. You don't need to do that. You can if you want to, but I personally, as an undefined heart center person, I don't wanna. Doesn't sound fun. Okay, so now we're gonna talk about the root center. And the root center, I commonly see this with people who struggle with procrastination, right? Those people, like my clients, will be like, I'm procrastinating on this thing and I was supposed to do this. I know I should do this. And I'm like, okay. So your root center is, your heart center and your root center are both motor centers. No. Wait. No, they're not. That's a lie. Your heart center is a motor center. Your root center is a pressure center. Your root center is what drives you to take action on things. Yeah? And people who have their root center defined have this consistent desire, this consistent energy to take action on things. Whatever the things are is whatever is happening in their life. But they have a consistent desire to wake up and be like, I want to take action on this thing today. I'm going to go do that right now. They have that internal pressure system that's like, it's time to work. It's time to get the thing done. If you have an undefined root center, you don't have that internal pressure switch. You don't have that push to like go out and be productive or go out and take action on the thing. You don't have it. So what tends to happen is that in order to create that trigger that pushes you into taking action on something, you'll procrastinate. Because that procrastination is an external trigger. That procrastination does the same thing to you that the root center does to people who have it defined. Only problem is, procrastination is stressful as fuck. It's stressful as fuck. So now you've created this external pressure to get you to do these things that you think you should be doing. And now you're stressed out. And now you're taking on all this stress. And now you're freaking out. When what you should be doing, if you have an undefined root center, is really being very self-aware and thinking, what is this thing that I feel needs to get done? What would be a comfortable pace for me to work on this thing? Like literally the least amount of effort possible to get this thing done. I'll give you an example. For me, it's essays. I'm a damn good essay writer, but they're not my favorite thing to do. They're not my favorite thing to write. So if I know I had, like in my master's program, when I knew I had an essay to write, I was like, what's the least amount of work that I can do for this essay, that I want to do for this essay? I was like, I want to write maybe like a paragraph a day. Okay, cool. If this essay needs to be 5 pages and I need to have, however many paragraphs, that means I need to start this paper however many days in advance. So all that I need to do every day is write 1 paragraph. And that's exactly what I did. I would write 1 paragraph a day, and you better believe that essay was done by the time it was due. I was not stressed out. I was not trying to make myself go faster. I was not tripping about where I was in the essay, because I knew as long as I write a paragraph a day, a bitch is solid. I'm cool. I don't even have to worry about it. The minimal effort necessary is what you need to be aware of. What is that number for you? And then whatever this project is, start it in enough time for you to do the least amount of effort possible. Stop feeling like you have to do and take action on all the things, or wait until the very last minute so you can get it done. No. What is the least amount of effort you can exert, or you want to exert, and act accordingly. Work at your own pace. Work at a pace that is comfortable for you, because you don't have the energy. You don't have the energy or the time to be stressed out, working yourself into a frenzy over what? Over what? You don't need to hurry up and get there. You don't need to do everything in one sitting. You don't. Okay, so that's really all I wanted to say, because I think, I'm almost positive whenever someone comes to me and they say, I have a discipline problem, or I have a consistency problem, or I have a procrastination problem, it's usually because they're trying to force themselves in one of those 3 areas into a box that they are not meant to be in. So if this is you, if you've been struggling with this, I want you to take an inventory. Look at your chart and see the things that we talked about. Where am I on these things? And then be really honest with yourself. Am I doing the things that she said I was doing in that video? And then how can I shift out of that and into the energy of what I'm meant to be doing? So that is it for the video. I hope it was helpful. Again, if you are interested in my new program, Tap Into Soul, the links and all the information will be in the description. I hope you have a beautiful day, and I will see you in the next video.